Alright, greatest content creator alive, Kent here, just testing out the microphone.
I done seen a lot of shit.
Looking good.
I done seen a lot of shit. I done seen a lot.
Oh my Lamar.
I done seen a lot of shit. Niggas ain't talking about none, ain't talking about shit.
Remember who you are.
I put stars on the moon, yeah, I bust on that beat. I put stars on the moon, yeah, I bust on that beat. Plus on my right wrist, you know my shit is sick, nigga. What?
So 2 years ago, I used to go to Western Washington University Liberal Arts School up in Bellingham. And I was up there kind of just doing whatever. It was my first time away from my parents, and it was a moment where I had true freedom. The freedom I always dreamed about as a kid, being on your own around a bunch of people your age as an adult. I decided that it wasn't for me. I remember going back home, getting out of college, dropping out, and my parents were asking me, "What are you trying to do?" I was making music at the time. I wasn't taking it as serious. I was working at Chipotle, dreading going into work, hating every second of it, bro. And I remember making songs on my phone, BandLab, and going crazy on that and thinking, yeah, smoking weed, thinking about how great the song was, even though it was terrible at the time. But it made me think, looking back at those years, if I didn't have that low point or trying to discover who I was in that place of confusion, I would have never been here. And it was only because I was remembering. Growing up, music and content creation was always a big part of my life. I loved watching different YouTubers, different artists grow, seeing Lil Uzi grow as an artist through Instagram and seeing his rise in fame and seeing how connected his audience was. It inspired me. It's kind of like seeing Michael Jackson when you're a young kid and seeing how much pull he had from just performing, him sitting outside of his hotel patio and having an entire city completely in awe of his existence. And it made me think when I was a kid that all happened from creativity. And that's what made me remember why I appreciated art in all of its forms. It wasn't the fact that music wasn't good. It wasn't the fact that I wanted to be the best at it. It was the fact that I enjoyed it. It's all about the passion. And it's a lot of things that are missing from people these days. I remember talking to my friend about what he wanted to get into and why does he doubt himself about the limits that he can reach to whatever goals he has. And he would tell me, yeah, I really like doing this, but I just feel like I'm not ready for it. And I have long conversations with him, and we got to a point where he started to realize what I was telling him, that he had to remember himself, remember why he was doing this, remember everything that led up to him believing that he could do this. And it's all about remembering yourself. And that creative aspect's really important because putting that creativity that you have in your mind into physical view, it changes everything. It shows you the potential of what you can do and the levels to progress in that field, you know? That's what I love about music. It's kind of like playing video games. When you want to get really good and you have to keep playing it over and over again, and then you're now like diamond rank, but still there's like champion, there's still elite, and there's still like the highest rank above all of them, you know? And that drive is really important, and a lot of people miss out on figuring out that drive of what's important to them from forgetting themselves. And I know you all are watching this video on social media, and that's one of the leading causes of forgetting yourself. when you start to get on social media too much and you start scrolling and living through other people, it pushes you further from who you truly are in your mind. It kind of gets drowned out from all the things you see on a screen. And that's why you got to remember yourself. Once you do that, things flow into fluidity. Things become easier, becomes clearer, and you start to focus on the important things. And you stop getting in this mental thought loop of, man, I'm just wasting time. I don't know what I'm doing. And instead of being existential, you've got to stay focused on what's in front of you right now. Not in the future, not in the past. What's in front of you right now. And believe it or not, this is why I love cities, because when you're around so many people and you're walking around and you're seeing everybody live their life, it makes you remember that if everybody else is working, what am I doing? It's really inspirational because it puts you in a place where you're not comparing yourself to people, but you're aware of what's happening around you, and that kind of gets the gears turning in your head. And once I got my gears turning, I realized I can lock in on making my music and my creativity even better. When you remember the highest part of your goals, it puts you in a mindset where you kind of just realize, wow, wait, I can do all of this, and I played with it in my imagination. I could get this done now if I just put the work in and stopped thinking about what could happen or what if, instead of just working on it now. That's how I got my show with my friend AC. Shout out AC.
I'm in the bed with Coolio, and I'm fucking that whole shit. I'm in the bed with Coolio, and I'm fucking that whole shit. Groupie ho, doing no this, watch a movie ho. I want your friend like Trio. 20s and 50s and 100s. Shit like a threesome. I talk about bankroll. I'm fucking my thing ho.
And he got me my first concert and got me into another one. And he motivated me to make an album. So I think what really matters is snapping out of that thought loop of drowning in pictures on your screen, social media, worrying about other people, and kind of remembering yourself. Because once you're your best self, the people around you benefit from it because they see a healthy person, they see a productive person, and you also feel better about life, you know?
Going up, my nigga, I ride. Niggas ain't time my nigga, niggas ain't time my shit. I'm stepping in Stacy, yeah, this nigga, I'm stepping shit. Shit like a dog, nigga, I bark, nigga, I bite. Bitch, my gun, she eating my dick, like my good night. Pass on that little bitch, cause she just not my type. But her eyes fuck with the bitch, you know she getting pipe. Fun nigga talking shit, yeah, we can have trouble. Yeah, nigga wanna talk some shit, up in the roof. I ain't finna squabble, I'm up in the roof. My bitch so bad, yeah, she like BK the ruler.